multiverse, and probably not.
If you think about it.
Yeah. It could be space butterfly.
Taking over the city.
Oh, I heard
There's
you got a
spoilers!
crystal. I was thinking like
Spoilers!
Or a space shell.
No, and these are 2 extra potential summons. I have Summon Shadow and...
So it looks like a plastic square.
What?
Yeah, but it doesn't look like where you're summoning it. I don't know if that counts.
Someone's using Godzilla as their main.
Yeah, my character totally looks like
this is
Godzilla.
maybe.
See?
Okay,
1 to
Brian,
1.
since you,
How did I get
DM Richard,
Mecha Godzilla.
and Max
Yes.
was not here last week,
Wait.
I'm going to propose that you are a married throuple. And unless you guys can come up with a better idea, that's what we're going with.
Or
So I need to know the background for the better idea. I can throw an idea out there, but it might not be better. Can someone... What happened last week?
we got into space.
How are you?
guys pull
Are
the
you
seat?
both playing or are you just playing?
Just him.
Just the kid.
Brian, can we put him here? Can we scooch him in? Can
Okay.
you sit there? You're gonna have to. You might have to crawl under the table.
I'm gonna have to reorganize my space slightly.
Yeah. I think he's got.
You only get 6 top... You only get a top 6 there, Cody, for my space.
I do have a question.
He doesn't even.
Do we
I think
have-
MySpace
do we have
like
a
shut
point
down
where we
before he
split
was
the tables
born. No
up?
one remembers
I think it's
Okay.
still out.
Do we have a player limit on splitting
Do
the
you want to
tables?
sit here?
We should, but we
I'm
don't.
assuming...
Yeah,
It might be a good,
Shane's here.
a good
You wanna sit
bar to
here?
set early.
A
Here,
few
do
of
you
my
want
players are out
to
this
grab
week,
that
so
chair? We
that's
can relocate it
No,
over here.
chair.
We're not going to use that chair?
you can use
If
that.
no one's using that chair...
Then
No,
use that
it's just
chair.
open.
Well, but he doesn't want to
But I
go
mean,
there.
there's
That's
so
too
much space for someone
But
to
there's a
sit
lot
on.
going on there. Maybe he can...
Yeah.
No, but there's
Stand in the
space.
chair,
Look at
Cody.
there. There's
I know, but maybe I'm thinking Itch could slide down. We
Yeah, I
can
can move.
spread out a little bit, unless we're going to use all the space.
We might. Who else is coming? You got anyone else coming?
Yeah,
Amy's out again.
Yeah.
I called her and left her voicemail.
Oh, that's works perfect.
Inappropriate. What level is your character?
You need to increase it. I know it's supposed to be 5.
Yes.
He's a 2 right now. He's gonna make it a 5.
What's his
Yeah,
class?
I changed some stuff to be level 5, but it's like level 2 except
Is that yours?
stuff is
Oh, no, I think it's
Okay.
coding
Okay.
bit.
We'll help
Cody,
you
is
when
that
we
yours?
get to it. Okay.
Somebody's.
What's your character's name?
Warlord?
No.
Vorlor? That's
These are
good and
yours, right?
spellable.
This is yours. Your guys' voice? Yeah, okay.
Vorlor.
I just like names.
And what's your name?
What's your real name, buddy?
Hi.
Kai?
Sit here.
Kai?
Sit here.
K-A-I. You're the only Kai I know.
No, I'm gonna sit over there.
So Kai, you're playing Vorlor. What is Vorlor?
Hey, Rogue?
He's a
There you
rogue.
go.
So, oh, you've got Kai's sheet already.
Oh no.
that's you.
That's me. I do have Kai sheet, but it's not set for level 5. So I'm
Wait,
gonna
it could be
avoid
very easy to
altering
level
it
up if we
for
choose a
next
simple subclass for rogue,
Right
like
here. Move this chair over.
thief or assassin.
week. So I will avoid messing with his because I will need it. We have our full group
I like
next week
these.
for that.
We have too many
All right,
people.
Kai. So, Kai, you were in
I
the
tried to go.
incredible city of Waterdeep.
Luskin, I thought we agreed on.
You were in the beautiful city of Luskin, a pirate haven, when suddenly
I know some people would be
giant
very
vines
pissed
started
off if what
erupting
happened
from
to
the
Waterdeep.
earth, heading all the way up to the clouds. Crazy golden metallic looking vines, right? Earthquakes trembling on the ground, and suddenly vine creatures started springing forth from the earth and attacking you guys and slaughtering civilians and just creating mayhem. You fled to the docks where you boarded a ship that was being protected by pirates who were loading stolen booty on board. You got on the boats headed out to sea to prevent being crushed by these earthquakes and everything else. The ship you were on, the Moon Dancer took flight and headed to the heavens. As you ascended, you saw the devastation being wrought by these vines all over the continent. Some of them, 40 to 50 kilometers high in the air. Earth being torn asunder. It looked like the entire planet might be ripped apart by these seeds of destruction planted on your home world.
And then there was a
I think you just need to go to the center of the world and blow that part up.
Amen.
Yeah.
Do you have a
So I
mini?
have a question.
Do you have a mini?
Nope.
You were a
Here.
thief in the city of Luskin, and you were fleeing with everybody else, and you swam out, and you got on board the Moon Dancer. Unfortunately, you're clinging to the keel. You did not anticipate that it was going to fly in the air, and you are scared out of your mind.
What kind of... Is it just a normal galleon-looking ship?
It looks very much like a normal galleon from where you are now. So you fairly quickly
How did we
boarded.
get on the boats? Are we
There were
with...
pirates that
What
were
was,
letting...
what was your character's name again?
His name is Vorlor.
Vorlor. Are we with Vorlor?
You are not. You were part of the masses fleeing the city to the docks to try to gain refuge by getting out into the water so you would not be killed by these creatures and or vines. So how the three of you got on there yet, I'm not sure. I've got a proposal. I don't think you guys like it.
I'm already... my character is a Wildspacer background.
Okay.
And he's a smuggler. So he was probably already on the ship.
You were
anyway.
on the ship.
Yeah,
you
he
were
was
already on the ship.
he was
You already
already
had. You're a crew member.
Yep.
The boat is helmed. Your captain, if you will. This is critical NPC background information. Everyone, get out a pen and write this down.
They're gonna matter for 3 chapters. Then they're gonna disappear from the story.
As long as it's not higher than 6th
Captain
level.
Elena Sartell.
So,
Captain Elena Sartell is your captain,
Okay.
and she came here because your catapult on the rear of the Moondancer was damaged.
okay.
So she came to this planet because wood was available. Wood is not. You guys are based in the Rock of Brawl, and on the Rock of Brawl there's no wood.
Okay.
So you came here to get wood to repair your ship when this cataclysm occurred.
Okay.
And you've got some theories on this cataclysm, by the way, but we'll get to that later.
What do you
Nice.
They're Snickers without peanuts.
What the hell is that? What that? Who wants that?
It's like crappy Snickers.
No, I'm fine with peanuts. It's just I'm snickered out. Here, you want the other two?
I'll take it.
Never mind. John took
Oh,
over.
you got it.
Would anyone like any of these?
Yeah.
Huh?
What do what that guy's name is? Yeah, I got it.
Just some recap.
The only reason I remember anyone's name these days.
Anyone want
So I
these?
was in the hold of the ship. I was
Want these?
You were repairing?
Think of
no.
You were sneaking? Sneaking?
What's your build anyway?
Huh?
What's your class?
Are we doing class?
Yeah.
What
We
is
don't
your,
know.
What is
middle
your
class? I don't
name?
know.
What is your
Upper
name?
Middle management.
Gerald?
Gerald.
J-A-R-L-E.
No, Gerald.
G-E-R-A-L-D.
Yeah, what kind of
Gerald.
monster uses a J?
All right, Gerald. So you were on the boat. What were you doing on the boat?
I
The
was-
Moon Dancer.
That's it.
I think it might be a ship. I don't know that it's going to boat and a ship. I know that's important.
I
Whether it
was.
has multiple decks or not.
It has
For us.
multiple decks.
I was in the hold, invisible.
You're hiding aboard the ship.
I was
Did you sneak
stoked.
aboard the
The
ship
difference
because of
was
the
whether or not
crisis,
that's a
or were you
captain.
here earlier for some
I was
other reason?
here
Ship has a
before.
captain.
Okay, so I only drew
Also
the
that.
top 2 levels of the ship. There's below deck. There's 2 levels below the
I
main
understood,
deck.
but that's how I got on the boat. I then came up.
Do you have a mini? Where are you hiding?
There's my mini here.
So where are we?
This is the ship.
That
You
is-
boarded the ship as it heads to the sky.
A little too big.
Climb
A little
aboard
bit,
the starship.
Godzilla.
Headed for the stars. Come on.
Where
Come
am I
sail
gonna
away.
roll me?
Come sail away. Come. Sticks, man.
Good level character. Go
All right, so
to
Brian, you're good. You know where we are. You're on the boat. You're surprised when it starts
Okay,
lifting
anti
off the
minis
water.
might be good for you. Let's see, is it in here still?
Or wait, are you in?
Oh, will this work?
Didn't that album have like that
Change one.
iridescent picture on it? If I recall.
For Godzilla.
That had
Appreciate
the
it,
J.R. Tolkien song too, right?
I don't know.
I think there's a Lord of the Rings song on that album as well. Those guys were dominant.
No, you have to use the 5th level. Down level it.
Max, talk to me. What's your character doing here, man?
I have the most creative name too.
Okay.
Drew Id. His last
Drew?
name's Id. His first name's Drew.
Are you a therapist? Oh, I forgot.
So do you go
Oh.
to...
It would help if your character had some relationship to oozes or slimes.
All right, I can figure that out.
All right.
Yeah. I made this guy up.
Not
on the
molds?
fly.
Mold, maybe.
I'm a
maybe.
druid. I talk to plants. I figured it
Mycology.
out.
Come on, could I be a mycologist?
You know about the micrology drive. Is that what you were on board looking for?
Mushrooms.
The mushroom drive? You've heard that there is such a thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't
They
think
can
mushrooms
open
drive.
a portal into the
Oh, you haven't
mitochondrial
seen a micro-
space and move vast distances across the
Who
astral
hasn't
sea.
heard of that drive?
People not watching bad Star Trek, I think.
No,
is
that's
the
good.
answer.
Well, the best is the Stranger World.
Druid, why are you on this boat? Were you a refugee from the city of Luskin?
I lost all my memory and I don't even know I'm back.
So you're on. Are you have a mini?
No, I don't.
So you find yourself aboard a ship. Aboard this ship, there are 60 refugees, including maybe you guys.
Along with 56 zombies.
Cowering below deck because the up there deck is covered in zombies. The zombies have eaten 2 refugees already as Cody tries to keep them under control, but things are getting tense aboard the ship. The captain is unhappy that you guys have brought all these undead on board.
I actually have complete control over them. They can't do an action I do not. Just
You
fight unless they are.
authorize them eating people?
No, I'm not
Yeah, it seems like you
authorizing.
can handle your HR better.
One thing, they will defend themselves if attacked. Maybe that's what happens when
They may have been attacked
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and
Just
slaughtered a
killed
couple.
those.
Yeah, but only 2 so far.
Yeah.
Is there an airlock on the ship?
Pip the Piper.
Yes.
You have a mustache.
Yes.
You're on the ship. You got your mini out there?
Oh yeah.
What is your... So the ship is taking off. What is your vision? What is your plan?
My vision? Well, I'm gonna try and get as high up as I can. And just play them bagpipes.
So you're climbing up the mast.
Yeah.
There is one of those crow's nests
Oh, yeah.
up there. So
Yeah.
you're mounting the crow's nest.
Yeah.
The crow's nest is empty.
Okay.
You have it all to yourself, and it's actually quite large and luxurious.
Okay.
This, with all these dead people on board, this might be a pretty safe place to hang out. I'm not sure if the dead can climb. Cody,
Did we already go through character?
They can climb.
we're not
Working
doing
on it.
standard character introductions.
Yeah,
We will
yeah.
get to you in just a sec. We started with the new kid,
Okay.
whose name is Kai. He's playing Vorlor.
Yes.
Vorlor, there's Vorlor's mini. Let's get him on the map. Where are you, Vorlor?
He's in the front, isn't he?
Wait. So,
He's
what
Titanicing
are
it.
what are all the pennies?
Zombies.
Oh.
Yeah, Cody summoned a bunch of zombies for some reason.
They're tentatively friendly.
I wish I could place myself on the map.
Until further
Yeah,
notice.
just figure yourself anywhere on the map.
For now.
It's way too in the middle.
It's fine. I'll take it. Where do you want it?
That's not
Nice.
Good mini.
Maybe put it on somewhere that isn't slanted.
Not to work.
You're using a Godzilla mini.
Yeah.
DM Richard, what's going on, man? Where are you? Or no, Cody, did I skip you? You good?
I'm this one right
All you need to know is I summoned a lot of zombies. That's all I did.
You know what?
Wisdom.
No, back one space.
I can place it right here.
Yeah, right there.
Alright.
Excellent,
I just
excellent.
climbed.
So you're good, Cody. You've got a bunch of zombies. You're on the ship. You're comfortable taking off. You're not shocked by this.
Yeah, this is just a day in the life.
Day in the life.
Me? Alright. Sure. So my character is simply called U235.
U235. Okay. And what are you all about?
So he was a smuggler who's currently wanted by the authorities, who's hiding out on the ship. He's the weapons expert. He's an Echo Knight, though his Echo has nothing to do with time magic. Instead, he stole a hard light construct device, and that's what he creates his Echo out of.
Okay.
So it's like a solid gold version of him that can teleport around. He's a fighter. He's a brawler. You notice he still carries like chains that are like wrapped around his arms.
Okay.
Tied to a ball and chain that he gets beat people with. That's his go-to weapon. Unarmed fighter.
Love it.
So he's like puttering around the ship. He just kind of like pushes the zombies out of the way. And he's like tinkering with the weapon systems. He's actually pretty
So
smart.
there's 2 ballistas on the forecastle.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was called the poop deck. But it's actually called the stern castle.
Yep.
And on the stern castle there is a...
Are you asking what my character is?
No, there's some... it's a crazy new... It's a
Mangonel,
Mangonel.
which is a catapult mounted to a ship.
You know what they call it? I actually had to look it up. It's often called a friction trebuchet.
Well, that's
a
better.
friction trebuchet.
Yeah.
You prefer friction trebuchet?
Oh, that's absolutely better
Yeah.
than a catapult.
But what about a Mangaloid?
Mechanically speaking.
Mangonel. What about a Mangonel?
I don't know about that.
Mangonel's pretty good.
Yeah.
You could mangle someone with your Mangonel. But your Mangonel is broke. So you're inspecting the weapons. You notice that the Mangonel is badly damaged. As if
Yes.
the ship has been in combat. And as you start to examine the ship, you notice there's a lot of damage on this
Starting
ship.
goal?
Yeah.
So
consider 25
this ship
back
does
throw.
not look like it should be taking off into space. It was brought here for repairs, and it does not look like repairs were even started.
Uncommon
Oh,
magic.
no.
You're not
I
happy.
recommend Staff
Yeah.
of the Python.
No, I'm not.
Highly.
Denmark, how's it going?
Or Sickle, or Moon Sickle.
Your
Moon
character
Sickle's
sheet's
okay.
already very long.
I like lots of notes.
Oh, you're taking notes. Okay, what do we got? Talk to me about Denmark.
Well, so Denmark is a cleric, changeling, 5th level, and then Yes, I do have a weapon. I have a dagger, dude. I'm fully protected as long as you're within arm's reach.
Yeah, you have a 19 AC.
That's true, right? So pretty tough. And I got onto the boat by schmoozing with the captain. She likes me.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk to me more about your relationship with Elaine Sartell.
As soon as we saw the captain in the boat, I figured that was my ticket on, so
Yes.
I started chit-chatting her up.
You chatted her up? She'd like to give you a tour of the captain's quarters.
I would
She
love...
says she's got a nice aquarium in her room that she'd like to show you.
Let's go see the indoors.
All right. So as she's taking you to the door on the main deck
Yeah.
and head back, she's taking you through that door back to her personal quarters. Xavier Strick.
Xavier Strick.
Xavier Strick, Oozologist.
Yeah. One question. Who's the Godzilla?
Oh, that's me.
Oh.
That's
That makes
Pip
sense.
the Piper.
Piper, yeah. Like a bagpiper, you know?
Pip the Piper or
Yeah.
Pipe the Piper?
No, Pip the Piper.
Pip the Piper. Yeah, that's tricky. Pip the Piper is playing bagpipes as you head into space. You want him to stop.
Desperately.
Take some chocolate.
You want any chocolate?
Also, I got a drawing of my character that I forgot to bring last week.
All right. Are you posting it to Discord or are you passing it around?
Probably just pass me around.
All right, let's see it.
I'm not in the Discord.
Cody, pass the bag to Candy.
Okay, I'm not though.
Oh, that's dark. What are you?
It's like an... I don't really know. Yeah, I'm an elf, but I don't look like one.
But this is what your character looks like.
Yes.
Is the black umbra-like substance? Is that like what is it? Coal or is it fluid or what do we got?
It's kind of oozy, kind of slimy.
It's an oozy, slimy, and
almost like ink kind of substance.
And is the red just your fingers or is it like fire? Cody, that's a disturbing image right there, man. That's good. I like that. That's good D&D
I'm
right
curious what it
there.
looks like.
Yeah, that's creepy, man. I
Okay.
like it. I like it.
That is disturbing.
Excellent work.
So no,
that's
no real features visible.
Not really,
Okay.
just kind of like...
I just got my 2-foot tall kobold in the background.
And what would you like to be doing on the boat?
What is this?
That's,
honestly, I'm just observing
character.
everything, trying to get kind of a lay of the land or a lay of the boat.
Okay, gotcha. So he's also touring the boat, checking out the armaments and the weapons. There are two large crossbows mounted on the front of the boat, and there's a broken catapult on the back. You notice while he's exploring the ship that there's damage. The ship is badly damaged. It looks like it's recently been in a pretty serious fight, and it hasn't had time for repairs yet. Anyone want to do anything before we get rolling? Everybody good? We're on the ship. We're going into the sky.
Yes.
Are we gonna have an opportunity to rest?
You can take a short rest.
Awesome.
At this point, everyone can
Doing
take a
it.
short rest if you need a short rest.
Short rest.
So 15
I'm a
minute
warlock.
breather.
That's my whole name. Yes.
Standing on the deck of the Moon Dancer, you see scores of crystalline vines erupting from the surface of your world, some of the vines reaching high enough to break through the clouds. You find yourself sailing through a void filled with colorful gases and blinking stars. A school of space-dwelling fish swims past the ship on the starboard side. Welcome to Wildspace, you hear from the main deck steering area. So that's actually, I guess that's actually the stern castle back there, where the catapult is. There's a steering area. That was a close thing down there. Blast if I knew those vines and how to get rid of them. But somebody on the Rock of Brawl may know what's going on. And the creature speaking is Flapjack.
The
Flapjack is a flump, right? A floating ball of ook.
Oh, you didn't mean that cartoon character.
Who has tentacles and a strange sailor hat that takes up most of his head. And he is sitting in a large, almost throne-like chair that is levitating above kind of a bluish glow that emanates from the base of the chair, and he's somehow moving around, and his movements are somehow mirroring the movements of the ship as it continues to rise.
Alright.
On board the ship, you've got 60 commoners, most of whom have rushed downstairs and are terrified and huddling, avoiding both the zombies and the fact that you're moving into space. Additionally, Travis and his thugs are on board, right? So remember there were these pirates? These guys are still on board. There's about 12 thugs and Travis. They're on the main deck eyeing you guys suspiciously.
What
They look like trouble.
What caused... What's Cody's character's name?
Cody's character's name is Mr. Tucker.
Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Tucker.
MT. Mr. T. What caused Mr. T to create the zombies?
That's just how he rolls.
Unintended. That doesn't make
A
much
lack
sense.
of ethics and a
I'll
poor
continue.
upbringing? I don't know.
I am also Golgari, so I mean
that means nothing to me.
That means it was the correct
So
upbringing.
the smell of
green
rotting
black
flesh
color
just
scheme
so
in Magic.
pungent.
You know, I'm familiar. In character, you know what the hell that means.
Yeah.
Ravnica, is that like New Jersey? I don't know, like...
I think it'd more like be like New York. Wait, let's say that's just like hell on Earth. Los Angeles. I think it's just from Magic Los Angeles.
Do we smell the zombies, the rotting flesh, the putridness?
Perception check.
But
So
you
yes,
have
there
a-
is the smell of zombies, but I'd like a perception check to see how perceptive your olfactory
15.
senses are. You also smell horse or mule, which is strikes you as
Zombie
odd.
or feces or just like
Horse and mule, farm horse and mule,
Oh, okay.
where?
Around.
permeating the ship,
It smells like a stable.
stable.
So either there's animals below deck or we've got a Pinocchio situation happening.
No, did I see it below deck? I came from below deck. I was.
Yeah, so below deck, there are storage areas that have recently been filled by stolen goods that Travis and his crew loaded on board before they... So there's a lot of boxes of stuff. You're not sure what's in those boxes, but they definitely appear stolen. And that's the main bottom deck, is pretty much all stolen stuff. On the second level, where a lot of the commoners are huddled, there are a lot of horses. Like an inhumane number of horses and mules shoved in here. It's unclear why anyone would put this many horses on a boat.
We're going to the west.
Most of them are mules. There's a lot of mules, but there's also some horses.
And that's not on the top deck here.
No, this is the main deck, and then the forecastle stuff. This is the
horses are right
ship.
below.
Let's just
The first level
Just
under
get
the
the
ship.
Level 1, level 2, level 3 is
Three
where the
levels.
horses
Yeah.
are.
There's 4 levels. So fourth level is stolen materials, some commoners. Second level is horses and commoners. And you're surprised. I mean, you've been thinking about this for a while, Gerald, about why they would have so many. It doesn't make much sense. As the ship takes off into space, you're like,
A lot of horsing around.
a lot of horsing around. What do you got? Do you want to explore the ship or do anything at this time? There's a flump flying the ship. Your sidekick Denmark is heading into the captain's quarters with the captain.
Exploring the captain's quarters, yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go up to the flump. I don't know how do you pronounce it? Flump.
Flapjack.
Flapjack. I'm gonna go up to
Flapjack, the
Flap.
flying flump.
Navigator, Flapjack. Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to Flapjack and just basically ask him where this ship is headed.
Oh, great question! The ship is heading back to the Rock of Brawl, our base of operations. Your planet is near the asteroid belt. We should be there within a few hours.
And what are your operations?
Well, we are licensed privateers.
Oh, so you're basically pirates.
Well, we work for Prince Andrew. That's Andru. Andrew.
Like Andre with a W or?
With a U. Andru. Andrew.
That is a cursed name.
That is bad gaming name.
Harvesting children.
In a way that Vorlor, solid gaming name. Easy to spell, easy to remember. I like it. Gerald, it could use an umlaut or something, Brian.
Yeah.
Gerald.
Yeah, the
You'll never
umlauts aren't
pronounce it
easy.
right. I'll correct you.
I'm spelling it with a J from now on.
Doesn't matter how you spell it, or even if you pronunciation, you can't pronounce it correctly.
Are you a spellcaster?
Yeah.
Oh, Flapjack, who's still navigating the ship and seems to be kind of concentrating a little bit, is like, oh, I would love to show you some of the intricacies of spelljamming. We can always train casters in the fine art of maneuvering ships through the astral sea.
I'd be interested in that.
Excellent, excellent. So give me a Arcana DC 12 check, please.
Yeah, 12 plus whatever. So yeah.
Okay, so you notice that this wooden chair that he seems to be sitting on actually there's wood covering what appears to be very nice silver. Inlay or something, like, so the wood is over silver all the way around it. It has, on the bottom, large crystals that are arcane in nature, and he's somehow using his mental abilities to send images through the silver into the crystals, which are moving the ship. Mm-hmm. So you feel like you have spell jamming level 1. Which means, in a pinch, you could probably get this ship to at least move. You're not sure you could turn it or do anything helpful. You're pretty sure this takeoff maneuver that just occurred is outside of your realm, but you think that general navigation is in or general propulsion is in your skill set at this point. But with additional study and training from Flapjack, you could probably improve your ability to fly the ship. What do you want to do? You're on a ship full of zombies and horses and scared people. There's also some thugs that are on the main deck eyeing you. These are bullies. These are criminals.
We're all criminals. Some war criminals.
I want to go where the horses are.
Okay, they're
warfare.
below deck. They're on the first level below you.
Okay, so I'm going to go below deck.
Uh-huh.
Get onto a horse.
Okay.
Try to make it ride me as a steed. Then it's going to come out to face the zombies.
You're going to ride a horse up onto the main deck. Is that what I hear you proposing?
Yes.
Do we have animal handling? Is that still a skill?
Yeah, that's a skill.
Let's do an animal
It's a
handling
wisdom.
check. I'm going to give you disadvantage.
Can I help him? Because I have, like, because that'll balance it so it's just normal, right?
I'm pretty sure disadvantage cancels out all
Advantage.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, they always cancel out equally.
Yeah.
So what you see this guy moving closer to the horses.
Yeah.
I don't even know your character's name. You told me. It's like Druid.
Yeah.
Druid. I don't have a card for Druid. All right,
First name's
Druid.
Drew.
So you see Druid. You notice these horses, and as a keeper of nature and balance, these horses are not being treated humanely.
All right.
They are crammed onto a ship. Only an egomaniac would do this.
Okay.
Someone whose id was well out of balance.
So just roll normal, I guess, then?
So you're gonna aid him how?
I don't know. I'm gonna like push the horse to make it so he's like more stable. Hold the horse to make it more stable.
So you're gonna go into the stable and you're gonna grab hold of the horse that he. I don't think. I mean, I'm gonna give you. So you're still at disadvantage, but I'm gonna give you a +2 because of whatever this guy's doing to the horse. But you're
tracking the horse.
plus your animal handling. So what? I don't know if you're trained in animal handling.
So I get
I'll die from a concussion for a point.
So I get a total of
Wisdom is what you use per animal.
12.
A 12? So you're able to get the horse out of the stall and up the deck, and you are now on the main deck riding a horse.
And I'll also be like, good job, horse.
Yes.
Flapjack, it appears they're
From your-
attempting to steal your horse.
Oh, those horses are critical to the survival of Brawl. We cannot have people messing with those horses.
How big is the ship? Like, is it like?
Pretty good.
It's that size.
Enough to fit a ton of horses, apparently.
Yeah.
And zombies.
Yeah,
And
the power
commoners.
set.
Heading back into the captain's quarters.
Sweet.
Captain Elena Sartell points out as she enters her luxurious cabin with a large map, the likes of which you've never seen before. It does not look like a normal, islands and continents map. It's a kind of 3D rendering of star systems and space. So it's a very strange map. It also seems to move as you move with it, so it's kind of holographic or something in nature. But she points to a small asteroid near where, near the planet that you're leaving is, and she identifies it as the Rock of Brawl, which is her base of operations. And recently, while moving cargo between your planet and the Rock of Brawl, her ship was intercepted and badly damaged by a flotilla of Astral Elves that she was trying desperately to escape. They launched missiles at her, but did not pursue her as she headed to the planet. She had been on the planet for a few days repairing her ship when the vines erupted and destroyed your town. She asked you what your interests are.
My interests are horses. It looks like you get a lot of horses. Did you pick those up here when you're getting repairs done?
Your planet is rich in lots of biodiversity that is not necessarily required. Brawl has food and labor shortages, the likes of which you could not imagine.
So the horses are for consumption.
Correct.
And
labor if they survive.
Well, most things don't
What about the and the commoners below?
Just keep casting
I'll just drop
regenerate.
them off in Brawl. They'll probably be enslaved.
She says flippantly.
Well, there's nothing I could do. They would have died.
Will they become food?
No! We do not eat sentient creatures.
Turn them into soil and green first.
Yeah.
All right, who gets the Soylent Green reference? No? That's going to be our homework for the week. Last week our homework was to watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
The movie wasn't even that good. Just read the book.
Right, the book is better, but we're giving... This week our homework is to watch Soylent Green.
Soylent Green, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Okay, so yes. What's your interest in horses?
I love horses. I'm very, very close to my mare at home.
Yes.
She and I get along famously, sometimes too famously. So yeah, I'm a real horse lover.
Okay, inside this captain's coach, besides the interesting map on the wall, there are also more traditional oceanic maps of Faerun, right, of the Sword Coast and all that kind of stuff. There are other maps of other coastlines that you've never seen before, but it looks similar to what you're used to seeing in terms of a sea map or a coastal map. There is a large desk, there is a chest, there is... That's it. Large chest, desk, maps.
No bed?
No bed. She took you into the door on the left, kind of as you first went in. So you're in that room. You're not in one of those two back corridors. And we have children at the table, so we had to adjust our role.
But everybody sleeps.
Everybody sleeps.
Would a fade to black kill you?
Anything else happening?
What would you like to do, Cody?
I'll cast Arduary.
Okay.
So just for, say, a major event which will happen within the next 24 hours.
A major event that will happen in the next 24 hours.
In that vein, I'm actually keeping watch up in the nest, too.
And as soon as I see the guy with the horse on deck, I point to a sign on the mast that says "No horses on deck."
You see an
And I
asteroid.
pull a pen and I cross it out and write "No zombies on deck."
You're not sure how big the asteroid is, but you have a vision of an asteroid, and suddenly a dark spider shadow moves across the asteroid. It may be the shadow of some kind of spider-shaped ship with web-like rigging. You're not really sure, and then suddenly you see a metallic glimmer coming off of it, and then it fades from view. But you see some kind of spider shadow craft.
Can I make a
across an
history check to
asteroid.
know what it is?
You are from Faerun, right? You're not. You have no relation to Astral Sea.
I'm from Ravnica. I've been to Eberron.
Okay, I'm gonna give you disadvantage.
Okay. That would be a 15.
A 15? You know this to be a night spider.
Okay, my character will say, I've done some archery. I believe within our trip to the Rock of Brawl, we might encounter a night spider.
What the hell is that?
Explain.
It's a spaceship. I believe they're crewed by some sort of aberration.
Yogi.
Yogi. Okay.
I love a good
What's a Neo?
Spider eel thing.
I think it's a potato dish.
Yeah.
Spider
No, that's
eel thing.
gnocchi.
That
Is
goes
that not
straight
just
with some
the-
sauce on
Yeah,
top of it?
Is that
Oh
not
God,
the
they're
thing of
Italian.
his nightmares? It's a spider eel creature.
And they're also
Have I seen one? Do I know what this is? I know what one
You're
is.
from Faerun, right?
Oh, I know what it is.
It's not all the murder stuff, but Italian.
Why you're from Faerun? Are you from the Forgotten Realms, or are you from
Of course
space?
I'm from the Forgotten Realms.
All right.
Have you been
And
to space?
particularly the spidery, like, dark things like that.
Underdark?
I'm a mycologist.
Oh.
So I like
Say,
mushrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perception check.
Perception? Oh, that's a good one. Perception.
Hey, at least you didn't stork yet.
8.
An 8. Yeah, I mean, you the bagpipes really resonate well in space. You're surprised at how good things sound out here.
We've left the
Can
planet.
I see what's in those crates?
Absolutely.
Yeah, can I roll? Do I roll a perception
Would
check?
anyone like to go with him as he explores the crates in the bottom? You're on a horse on the main deck, riding at the zombies. The thugs think this is the funniest thing they've ever seen. They're cheering and applauding your incredible, audacious behavior. Would you like to accompany Dr. Id, Druid, downstairs? Druid. He's going to explore stolen crates in the
I've been
basement.
down there. Would you like to see what's down there?
Yeah.
Drew?
Yeah.
Id?
Yeah, it's just Drew. Yeah, it
Just
is-
Drew?
Yeah, it's the last name.
Is it D-R-E-W?
Mr. Id.
Yeah, like Drew as an actual.
Or D-R-U?
D-R-E-W.
Gotcha. Yes, I go down with you. I can show you around a little bit. I didn't see much, but I was...
Yeah. He
Look-
said something about crates, so I'm gonna explore those.
There's boxes down there.
Boxes, that was the one.
I mean, I think it's contraband.
Ooh, that's better.
There are a lot of crates.
Alright, can I crack one open?
Absolutely.
Alright. It's probably a really bad idea, but I'm doing it anyways. Should I roll a strength check or just...
So,
is it, like, unlockable?
all of the crates look very similar. Roll a D2.
Alright.
Coin flip.
Yeah, that's some grabbing.
Be careful not to mix those with mine.
The pennies?
Yeah.
I think it'll be safe.
Alright, tails.
Tails?
So 1.
Tails, you find a box full of brandy. There are 12
Ooh.
bottles of brandy valued at 3 gold pieces each.
Can I, like, take a few for the road?
Absolutely.
Like, stuff a bunch in my bag?
Yes.
Alright. And can I like, drink one to see what's
Yes.
special? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me a con save.
Alright.
You're gonna get alcohol poisoning, I believe.
You're drinking an entire bottle of brandy. Is that what I heard him say?
I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Alright, so a 5. 5.
Yeah, you have 1 level of intoxication.
He's gonna vomit before he finishes that bottle. No way. Is that
What's
guy
the
gonna
legal
finish that
limit
bottle.
in Faerun?
In Faerun 3, level 3 is Elminster drunk.
Elminster
They call it
drunk?
Elminster.
No, but we're in space, though, so I mean, pretty much anything goes.
Yeah, also, Elminster saved the world like 4 times, so clearly he had the right
you're saying
idea.
you're
I'm not
International
driving the
Space
ship, so
Law?
I don't
Yeah.
get the DUI.
The Pan-Galactic
We run
Gargle
out of gas
Blaster?
long here.
Yeah, I think we're in international waters, so I don't think we're
International
drinking
space.
international space waters.
As long as I don't drive the
You
ship
see,
myself.
you see him open a box, Brian, reach in, take out like 2 or 3 bottles of brandy, start putting them in his back, and then think better of it, reach in, grab another one, and just start chugging it. It looks like he may have a problem.
Now,
I did, that's my character.
You're a drunk druid?
Drug addict, yeah. Well, because
You're a drug addict.
yeah.
now I scoff,
You scoff?
Is
look
your
at
mate-
you, and just go.
Is
And then I go down like into the bowels, like we're kind of like right here, right?
Right.
And I go to the further end and crack open one of those chests.
Roll a d2.
Is the
Roll
main
a D2.
plant you interact with like poppy flowers?
Even
The
heads,
girl's making
odds.
opioids in the
Even
bag.
heads.
There's a lot of options.
What awesome.
We find those mechanisms.
There is a
You're gonna
40,
see God, friend.
What check would you roll to make drugs? Like, is that an intelligence?
That's
check?
I think that's an herbalism.
That's intelligent.
No, it depends on the drug.
That's an alchemist kid. It's
Yeah,
not
if you're
alchemy.
making meth,
No,
it's
I mean,
alcoholism.
I
but
want to
it's
say if
weed,
it's an herbalist, druids, they know stuff.
I'm sorry about this, man. I can't make him stop. This
That
is
is
part
not
of
an
Dungeons and
alchemy.
I'm
Dragons.
sorry.
Well, you gotta refine it.
No, you dry it out. I mean,
Well, not all of them.
I want to say druids know stuff, and it's a leaf, or if it's a root, or if it's
A cocoa?
a mushroom.
No,
Do
you
you remember when Brian went to Columbia and learned how to make cocaine?
Yeah, it's pretty
You have a
easy.
toaster oven.
It's pretty easy to make cocaine, but also like
Yeah,
you don't
it
really
is.
need
It's
to.
really
Richard, how do
easy.
you know how to make cocaine?
I went to college.
Well, you can just
I have a
Google it.
biology degree.
I mean, they
And
did
there are
used to teach you a lot
websites
more
of people
stuff.
who just post it, like recipes
I
and
grew
how to do
salvia
it.
in the
Like
quad. Like,
cooking
I had no idea.
As a mycologist, I know the mushrooms.
That's
You're
true.
a mycologist.
He's my dealer. He's got the stuff that'll make you see God.
Your
Peyote?
druidic specialty is, I'm assuming, Circle of the Spores.
Yeah, drugs and alcohol.
Oh, it's anthrax. That's spores. Oh god.
Yeah.
Why is everyone on the ship a war
right.
criminal?
No, I'm just a really messed up
Hey,
drug
my
addict.
music isn't that bad.
I just committed grand larceny, and this guy's like, yeah, I just like committed a war crime. You haven't done that? Like, no.
Crack open one of
Just
these
a war crime.
boxes.
Mine
Looks
is
very
minor
similar
chemical
to the box
warfare.
of brandy that he cracked open.
It's not
But this
minor.
one's full of weapons.
What kind of weapons?
Short swords, foils, some blackjacks, and brass knuckles.
Wait, what's blackjack?
It's like a club,
like
a little
yeah.
club you whack it on
So
the
let-
back.
I
heavy.
take some brass knuckles.
Because I hit
Are they
somebody with
brass?
that.
Are they painted? Are they ornate? Or just like basic
Made
military
of brass.
and knuckles?
Not made of knuckles, made of brass shaped like knuckles.
I take 2
Okay,
and I put them into my robe pockets.
okay,
So I'm ready just if it comes fisticuffs.
okay. Investigation check.
Oh, what did my level of intoxication do?
You have 1 level of intoxication.
Yeah,
So,
We'll
like,
let you know, man.
We'll let you know what it
That's part of the
happens.
problem with being intoxicated.
You don't know what it does.
just to
You
Why
threed
do
it?
you feel great?
No, yeah, weapons. They got weapons and booze.
Yeah, I took my 2 brass knuckles.
And
You got
horses.
brass knuckles. Weapons, booze, and horses.
Or horses on this level?
Horses are on the level above you, and they're crammed in tightly.
Oh, so we went down.
Except for one horse, which has been ridden up onto the top.
We went
deck.
down 2.
And I'm currently
You're down 2
chastising the
levels.
horse rider.
So we're on
and pointing to the sign.
4.
Correct.
That's 1. That's 2. There's 3. That's 4.
Perfect.
Alright, I'm gonna play crate roulette and I'm gonna break open another box and consume whatever inside of it.
How
Okay.
quiet are you guys being when you're breaking open the crates?
I mean, with that many horses above them, I'm not sure it matters.
Solid point. And the 50
Oh, wait, I
zombies
should
on
roll,
top of
56.
and
Maybe you'll let me
bagpipes.
2 check
A
right
D2.
This would be like an album of the worst
shit.
sounds ever.
Heads.
And also weapons. So similar to the contents of the box that
Alright, weapons.
Gerar opened. One of these will stick.
It's Garar.
Gerar.
D is silent.
Garar.
He is silent.
The G is silent. Error.
No, it's not silence. It's soft.
I think every syllable is silent.
Guacamole.
The whole word is silent. It's just
Yeah.
Garar.
Yeah, Very creepy. Okay. We haven't heard much out of you. I'm assuming you're playing some kind of necromancer, or what are you playing tonight? I don't even have your character name.
Sinjin Ironhide.
Sinjin Ironhide? And what is Sinjin Ironhide?
A wizard, a wizard slash artificer, warforged.
Okay, Sinjin, what are you like to be doing?
Honestly, I'm just trying to get everything sorted. I didn't have the character ready when I came.
That's alright.
Okay, so you're on the main deck with a bunch of zombies, a guy riding a horse, some thugs that are giggling and laughing at the horseback rider, and some other heroes. Die down. Got it?
Are we in the middle of a fight?
No.
You are not.
Okay.
The zombies are pretty docile at this point.
Yeah, they're only really attacking people if they get punched first.
Genuinely curious about how they're interacting with this horse, though.
If it attacks them,
I'm standing between the zombies and the horse. Again, I'm pointing at the sign that says no horses, and then I wrote beneath it or zombies. And I'm looking at him, and I'm telling him to get those goddamn zombies, put them below deck, beneath the horse level. Put them with the crates.
So we'll move the crates up, and then we'll put everything on the low deck. Zombies
we'll
and
add a
horses
new
included.
floor. I mean, I think your character could probably just pick my character up and just force him to. I mean, my character's only 2 feet
So
tall.
Sinjin, you're happy? You're just on the main deck hanging
I'm a
out.
kobold.
What if we shove everything to
short.
the bottom floor and just control fire it and just kill everything? Like zombies and horses.
The rest of the ship is
I
flammable.
think,
No,
that, I
like
think that
controlled
is a war
fire.
crime.
Well, he's already got one. He makes anthrax, apparently.
I do?
And this
Hey.
one, I don't know where he got the bodies from, but presumably they didn't consent to that.
Wait, I make anthrax now?
Because
Wait,
you're
what's anthrax
mycologist and you
again?
make drugs that...
Alright.
Yeah, anthrax is just crushed up mushrooms.
Yeah.
Wait, what
That's
about
not a war
the...
crime, yeah.
No, that literally, that's a war crime. Anthrax exposure is a war crime, like breeding locusts. It doesn't come up often.
I don't think Geneva exists in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it. We're piloting the ship to Earth. I gotta go to the Hague and ask some questions.
You come out from getting your tour of her office, As you walk out onto the main deck, she looks over the starboard bow. Would someone please try to point to the starboard bow?
From where I'm sitting, I think it's
Port starboard.
I'm playing some Sea of Thieves. I think I got this. I think it's this side.
And she screeches out, "Avast!" And she points to something that you completely missed, which is
He was in the zone.
coming out of orbit around the planet on an intercept course, Captain. You see a pursuing vessel that looks like a giant moth with wings made of iridescent crystal, similar in color and luster to the crystalline vine that ravaged your world. You can just make out figures on the other vessel's deck scrambling to arm the ship's mangonel.
God, I have to fight Moth right now? Jeez.
Astral Elves! Curses Captain Sartell, and they don't look friendly. It looks like they laid in wait for us. Best ready yourselves for a fight.
I
As
think I like so many things.
a giant rock flies towards your ship.
Oh.
Oh, and it hits.
How many zombies die?
Was I able to get any of the weapons working before they decided to completely ruin everything?
So you were trying to fix the
if I know how to
catapults?
make
The catapult's lacking pieces. It needs wood. So unless you want to start taking apart other parts, but the ballistas work.
Oh.
Those are in fine working order. It looks like they take two-person to operate them.
Okay.
They look like they're going to do significant damage, and they're fully functional. They're at the front of the ship, but at the rear of the ship, and this moth vehicle is coming at you kind of from the rear.
Hey, druids, I guess yell below deck. Hey, whatever the hell you're doing, do any of you know shape wood? Please?
I do.
Great, get up here.
Alright,
Let
I
me do
get
the
up
entire book is
I took
we
like
gotta do
all
damage.
the mending and all those weird
Please,
stuff.
no zombies die.
I have like a
5d10, 27 points of damage.
to the ship.
Well, and anything in this square, in these four squares, can these zombies subscribe 27 points of damage?
Okay, so they're gonna need to make 4 DC 10 con saves. Okay, let's see how many survive. They all survive at 1 HP.
Okay, so these four have 1 HP, Cody, and a giant rock has struck the ship.
Is it always DC 10? I thought it was based on how much damage.
Yeah. It's DC 5 plus damage. They took 22, so that's 5 extra.
They took 27.
So that thing.
Yeah, they have 22 hit points.
So that thing that's chasing us, that's the ship, right? That's the ship that Cody saw, right?
Yeah, someone was on this ship where they saw her being attacked by... She has recently been attacked by Astral Elves, and it looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Okay.
So, is it made of wood at all?
It's far away. It's probably over 800 feet out still, and you can't really tell, but you would think probably...
Okay.
It looks like a craft. You don't know what else you would make it out of. It looks like it's not stone, unless these are like some kind of crazy elves that like make really pretty stone, but probably not. You're
So can I
guessing?
try to
So
fix
elves.
it? With this, is there any spell that could fix something like that, or because I took a bunch of them?
So you run up to where
I don't know because my thing's right here.
oh, here it is.
How
Here it
far
is.
away is it?
U-235 is working to repair the catapult at the rear of the ship. And he wants you to do a...
I have pretty good intelligence. I start like describing to him and showing him all the parts that I need made out of wood and see if he can just warp whatever wood is there to just make impromptu the parts that I need.
Yeah, and you can pull off parts of the ship.
Yeah.
So you're ripping wood off the ship, and he's describing to you the pieces that he needs to rebuild the trebuchet.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, what if I took the wood from the crates and then we could use the wood for that?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. So
You
we
don't know how
just,
much time you have. There is a boat attacking.
Yeah.
like,
You have a child at the table.
Huh? Oh.
That was a language check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too young to deal with that, but it happens a lot.
Especially when you get older. People really have some thoughts.
Alright, what do we do?
Yeah, I'm just describing to you parts. I'm like, I need this, I need one of these, the wooden peg is gone,
Alright.
I just need you to sculpt wood and just like make the parts, and I'm just gonna start slamming them in like really quickly.
Alright, wait, I can 2 for 1 this. I have a massive staff that can turn into a snake. That thing can go get stuff too, so... Because I can like,
okay.
Same here,
I
I'll do that
don't
as
see how the
well.
snake's gonna help me repair the ship.
So
It doesn't have arms.
you're sending a snake downstairs to get crate wood.
Yes, that sounds stupid.
Don't send the predator into a hole full of horses.
And refugees.
And refugees. Hey, I know everything
And
is bad,
zombies.
but here's a snake to help you out.
And thugs.
And thugs.
And I think the thugs. That's
Just
actually
put a
good.
sign on it
I
that
mean,
says I'm
this would be one
friendly.
big huge battle.
That worked. This worked in every war, so I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah.